I've not seen this, so we're watching this together as friends on the internet. So Grace Thorpe, if you don't know, in brief, Grace Thorpe is the daughter of some fucking asshole that's her basically. It's a sexual relationship, incestuous daughter father, really fucking gross. But she's been like having sex with him for so long that I imagine it's really really impossible for her to imagine what her life is without like her daddy boyfriend there to help, and do shit. So they're just kind of in a relationship together, and they keep bouncing around places because when the governments of local states find out that they're in an incestuous relationship, they give court orders for them to be split apart. And then, of course, they're in a relationship, so they don't stay apart at all. And she has no means of independence whatsoever. So she is not financially independent. She doesn't know how to take care of herself because her boyfriend has always been there. So she just gets back with him immediately. And then they get into more trouble because they violated the restraining order, and the states don't really know what to do. So they just take their camper van and they leave the state, and that's basically where their life has been for a while. So Ethan Ralph is absolutely obsessed with Grace Thorpe. I've only talked about her, in taking adjacency to Ethan Ralph, and he's been blowing up her phone recently. She has him in her phone as Ethan Ralph pig emoji. And then she said, "Hey Ethan, I know your show's dead and you're struggling for content and you miss me, but please stop spam calling me like a psycho ex-girlfriend. If you're looking for someone to fill the void, I hear Mexican gigolos aren't expensive in your area." And that's a reference to a story I think Ralph told when he was extremely fucked up, that he once paid a Mexican prostitute, a male prostitute, to fuck his wife, Pantsu, in the ass because she said that she had been raped in the ass as a child and wanted to get fucked in the ass by a Mexican again because that would help with her sexual trauma. So Ethan Ralph paid a man to fuck his wife in the ass while he watched. I think that is literally what he told as a story on his podcast at some point. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty close. Then Ralph says, "It's over." "It's over, you fat cow. Crash dummied the wall at age 23. I guess Ben likes flat-ass lanky skanks. At least they're his daughter. I'll have to pass. I'm a legend. You're an afterthought. I'll do a nice tribute when you're gone from the mortal coil, though." And here's an unflattering picture of Grace Thorpe. She says, "And yet you're one spam calling a fat cow. So then Ralph has to reply. Ralph looks like he's got like that Ozempic face that like Ethan Klein has. They look so old. They got that old grandma face.
Grace, it's over, you fat cow. I know you want to pick a fight with me. You think that'll make you more money? I could be passed out on stream and make. I don't want to do that, by the way. I'm just telling you the history of the record. I have done more in this business than you could ever dream of. You could live 3 lifetimes and never stack up to what I've done. And I'm not done yet. And you picked this fight with me by being a treacherous, evil whore, not to mention f***ing your father. You're a disgrace to every single good thing about humanity, and you deserve everything that happened to you. Rich from Review Tech, he said he didn't get you banned. I hope he did. And by God, if I'd have got you banned, I'd sit here and be telling you about it. I'm just going to laugh about it instead. We're on the way to see an epic downward spiral. And I've been in a few spirals myself. But by God, I always come back. Why? Because I'm talented. And I'm not some skank who only relied on her sex appeal in the first place. Not that you didn't have a flat ass the entire time. Now you're 200 pounds. You're disgusting, and the only person who want to put their dick inside you is your father, and even he's getting sick and disgusted of it by now, you nasty.
I appreciate that Ralph still wears glasses indoors because he's got a googly eye from that time that a prostitute beat him in the streets of Portugal. Yeah, you're a bad person. Well, you're a bad person, Grace. Okay. Cool, Ralph. So after I went on Zitter, right, as I do, and I just posted some shit. I just posted. I don't remember what I said. It was just. Oh wait, hold up. Sorry. Oh my God. Let's get back into that. Ralph gave this killer promo. Sorry, I have to rehype this whole thing up. Ralph gave out this killer promo where he laid out the cards and he told that trash whore who was a shining example of everything bad in the entire world and all of humanity, told that trash whore that he would laugh and laugh, and he's seeing her spiral. As a matter of fact, as an expert in downward spirals, I've seen many spirals in my own lifetime from a first-person perspective, and girl, you in one. You afraid of downward spirals? Bish, you in a downward spiral. So after that great hype up, Ethan Ralph decided to confront her and her father friend together on the Keel stream. And Ralph assumed that they would be streaming on YouTube. So those of a weak disposition to racist content, please avert your gaze. I will be playing this uncensored. Here is Ralph trying to epically own Grace Thorpe and her father in a debate.
Hey Ben, how you doing?
Whoa. You can't say that on Rumble, you know that, right?
You daughter fucking how you doing? Can you see me? You have to get real close with those spectacles. See, these are shades, buddy. I don't actually need those.
Just call the microphone.
Oh, well, I can't see your ugly face.
I can talk back here. You don't hear me.
Well, you can do whatever you want to do. I mean, you your daughter, so like I wouldn't put anything past you.
What is the swelling under your eyes, dude?
That's from wearing the sunglasses all day. I know you're used to that being from you punching your daughter in the face, but no, that's from wearing the sunglasses. Remember that time you kicked her?
Better keep them on.
Remember that time you kicked her?
Look.
Remember that time you kicked her?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Did you jack off to that?
Remember that time you challenged me to a boxing match and then backed out because you're a pussy?
Because nobody else sanctioned the fight.
What's going on here? What are you upset about?
I just don't like you two.
Oh, okay. And that's because...
Because you're that's why. A white as Sargon would say, yeah.
No, this guy. Let's...
All right.
See you later.
See you later.
White W. W, motherfucker. That's how you handle the Thorpes. That's how you handle the Thorpes right there.
I love how he literally has on standby a button he can press to give himself applause. Like when he chimps the out at people that came by for like a discussion. After he just chimps out, he just gives himself a round of applause. Truly truly amazing. Remarkable tactic. Anyways, so as I was saying, when I was eating, Ralph has been replying to me like randomly on Twitter to just yell at me, and I don't reply back because it's like, what's the point? He was like, you are on Twitter waxing philosophical yet again, John Potter. But don't you run a gossip site, boy? Ain't there some gossip? You should be talking about the biggest fucking story of the entire year, John Potter. So he didn't actually explain what the fuck he was talking about. However, I believe it was this. Now hold up. Let's see if I can find this real quick. Oh yeah, this is it. See, I have various hamsters for various purposes. And this works. But I don't have a pig is the thing. So this is going to be the first ever pig segment of my stream, because this segment is brought to you directly by Ethan Ralph. So we need can I do this? Hold up. I'm gonna mash these two together to get something, okay? Oh hell yeah. Let me take this. Let me just put the pig on the desk. That's pretty Ethan Ralph, I gotta admit. That's pretty good. Okay, so the actual pig segment of the stream, unique to this stream, first time ever, this debut, content directly directed to me by Ethan Ralph that I must talk about. So let's read through this together. I'm only vaguely aware of this. I have been mentioning that Vickers has been going through some legal problems, because that is funny to me, because I hate Vickers as well. But I believe that okay, this is the second Vickers family restraining order in full. Vickers confirmed cock with multiple bulls, and he possibly has AIDS. I am not kidding. So this is the request for a DVRO from Ethan Patrick Vickers, age 20, which is his son. It's the address. And you want protection from Ariana Vickers, his mother. The following statement from Ethan Vickers says, the person I am seeking protection from is my mother, Ariana Vickers. Her abusive and self-destructive behavior began on October 2023, following a sudden halt in medication that she had been taking for 15 years. The medication, Cymbalta, is an antidepressant medication prescribed to moderate her consistent anxiety and depression syndromes. It has been known to her, me, and the rest of the immediate family that when she stops taking this medication, it results in extreme manic and depressive episodes that are typically accompanied by extreme actions. Then she has stopped taking the medication, and more specifically over the past year, her actions and reactions to things, both large and small, have become more sporadic, hostile, and flat-out malicious. Let's see. Mention her weight loss. She started screaming at her father, or the father, for the entire day. They've been going through a divorce. Let's see. Thanksgiving event. I asked my parents' close friend would be there. The importance to his appearance is linked to Ariana informing me that she would be entering an ethical, non-monogamous relationship with my father and herself. My partner, Fiona, has expressed multiple experiences with non-monogamous situations that have left her unsettled when put into an environment with a non-monogamous couple. That's a weird way to phrase that. I think what he's saying is that Vickers and his mother were going to open their relationship, and his girlfriend had been cheated on and doesn't want like a non-monogamous couple around her. Ariana responded that she didn't think that he would be there and proceeded to guilt trip me by implying that I was using a personal thing to force her into a position to choose between me or the new boyfriend. She said she wasn't mad but sad. She messaged my sister, Faith, recurring star of the show, using the reasoning that she had to sit there and, quote, imagine what he and Fi had done. Had invited her over, even paid for the hotel rooms, and couldn't do things in. My first physical confrontation was on January 2024 at the grandmother's house. Let's see. Faith was sent into a full PTSD-induced panic attack. Having further requested details from her, she sent me a 54-second-long audio message, which was clearly presented Ariana screaming that my father, Matthew, had kidnapped my 3 younger brothers, and screaming asking why Matthew knew Ariana was freaking out, while Faith, barely able to speak, was trying to explain that since it was a situation that involved him, she wanted to know what was happening. She stated, and I quote, she came yelling at me and hitting my door and calling me a little, please, Ethan, stop. I told her I would stop, but I was driving over for her safety and proceeded to send me another voice message. This time it was at my grandmother, Retha Couch, Ariana's mother, telling me to calm down while she was screaming at the top of her lungs. This further encouraged me to drive over. My father had told my mother that they felt unsafe and were leaving, and refused to elaborate on where they were going, but they would be back in a bit. And she threatened to report them to law enforcement. This is very, very long. I would love a Cliff Notes version of this. Okay. Faith texts his father. I told Ariana that she cannot call the police, especially if Matthew took my brothers with him, because they felt they were in danger, as that could have repercussions on her, because the police would want to know why they felt threatened. And they had a physical confrontation where he tried to block his mother, and she said, "Get off, you haven't been on my side at all since May 1, Ethan." And this was the point that my grandmother told everybody to calm down. My mother went to go talk to her. During the moment of calling, I told Faith to pack my stuff, and we left. Faith moved away shortly. Okay, the next big outburst was somewhere around November, where Matthew Vickers was made aware of the fact that Ariana had been lying about her awareness of her current boyfriend's HIV status, as well as the usage of contraceptives such as condoms during sexual activities, while also still engaging in intercourse with Matthew Vickers. Matthew had a strong reaction to the news and made it clear that he was terminating their romantic relationship, to which my mother followed this up by accusing him of rape against her and telling me and my brothers about this as well. So she was in a cuckold open relationship, having sex with her ex-husband, I guess, because I think they were going through a divorce at this time. And her bull had AIDS, and she was raw dogging that shit. So Matthew Vickers might literally have AIDS. Matthew Vickers, who came onto the Kiwi Farms and told me I didn't know what I was talking about because he was a father of like 8 kids and had been married for like 20 years. I didn't know what I was talking about, and he had this all under control. And then his daughter got impregnated, and now he might have AIDS. Could have happened to a nicer, fat... Let's see if there's anything else, actually. She asked why I would support him raping her. Called him a rapist. After this incident, my father had been boxing up Ariana's possessions into their own individual boxes at their time and offered to pay me to move them to a place of residence over her place of residence where he had been granted a DVRO already. The final confrontation was on December 15th, 2025, so this is in the future, and he's come back to report this, when she had reportedly discovered a huge bombshell about my father earlier that day. Matthew Vickers, who's Faith's father, obviously, was not aware of any developments, but had developed a theory that there was an already known lawsuit that he had learned about approximately October 2024. The lawsuit did not involve my mother at all. My mother had opted to call me and inform me on my way down to Penn Valley to move boxes. That was indeed what she was talking about. Ariana proceeded to message me about the boxes. This needs more paragraph spaces. She walked up, forced open the passenger door where William was seated, and proceeded to scream at me and him that we gossiped to my father, that we're supporting a etc. I, having just got something from my old bedroom at my father's residence, proceeded to walk to my car. They screamed at each other. They blocked off the path to the car and pulled him into a hug while trapping him from leaving while he was short of breath, asking not to be touched. I think that's it. It's just family drama. The black, I don't know if he's black. I just assume that he's black. I think Matthew Vickers would prefer a black bull, to be quite honest with you. Now, after this news broke, and I hope I have a video for this, because if not, I just have to relay this. Okay. It was like...
Yeah, but I don't know what your chat looks like. They can't hear me right now because my
chat's always angry.
Okay, so this is a restream from Cog. Or not Cog. I forget who this guy is. I'm sorry, I don't know who he is. He has an admission that he would like to tell the audience. I think this is the right part.
I mean, I hope it works out well. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it works out well.
I say we're banging Ariana.
What?
What are you gonna say then?
Oh my God. So you're going to make this announcement here, huh?
Yeah, I just did.
Oh my God.
Wait, what? No.
I'll repeat it in a second if he doesn't repeat it.
All right, you maybe just made my day. You maybe just made my day.
Perspicacity, sorry.
So, are you... all right, so how's this going to work?
I mean, I'm not gonna go. I mean, I know you're a homosexual. You probably don't know how.
Okay, he's like drunk and slurring through this. Ralph, during this stream, claims that he had a sexual relationship with his baby mama's dad's wife. That he was the one that was the bull, and he broke open this relationship, and he gave it to Mrs. Vickers, raw dog style, his baby mama's mother. That is his claim. That is the news that Ethan Ralph specifically requested that I educate the public on. That he f***ed his child's grandmother. How does chat react to this? Do you guys feel sickened? Do you feel... Actually, I feel sick. Give me a second, chat. For the first time, I feel like I need to sit down. Because I ate oysters today. And then I drank a lot of water for the stream. And now I feel sick to my stomach, chat. And I need to sit down. Chat. I feel kind of lightheaded, chat. I feel like, I don't know if it's the oysters or if it's the fact that Mr. Vickers is an AIDS-infested cuckold, or if it's the fact that Ethan Ralph says that he f***ed his child's grandmother, but I kind of feel like I'm going to throw up, and I kind of feel like I need to sit down for a second. That's stupid.